I told you that you see the Janjaweed from the north, the Kaba, they love, nobody steals, they are criminals. And you're keeping Ojuso Kalu in jail. I don't like him. He was a traitor. But he's answering an Igbo name. Olisametu is answering an Igbo name. They cannot be in jail when people who should be in jail are busy walking free or telling me they're fighting corruption. I will destroy the zoo. Ojuso Kalu must be released. So too Olisametu and all the Christians they're holding. Any day you want to have an anti-corruption tribunal, let all of you criminals gather together in a hall and judge yourselves.
Well, a lot of, offer has been given to Nnamdi Kanu while he was in DSS cell, like offering billions of dollars. Even offering him some oil blocks, but it has been rejected. But another one we are hearing now is about a order. Actually, he has been rejected by demand that he should dismantle, ESN, so that he'll be able to gain freedom. What has ESN has to do with detention of Nnamdi Kanu? Is ESN a threat to the national security or for the security of the Southeastern?
Let me give you an insight when the issue of, I think we must separate this thing very clearly for the world to understand, especially the international community, to look into it very well. And even though they seem to be very dormant this time around, including the UN and AU, on issues surrounding self-determination, we must understand very clearly that Nnamdi Kanu made it very clearly that ESN is not an arm swing of the IPOB. Contrary to what the Eastern governors and the ministers and politicians are trying to trample on Nnamdi Kanu's understanding on the reality of the Fulani jihadist agenda. Unfortunately, posterity will not judge the likes of Ojuso Kalu and the rest of them who continue to destroy the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu using their so-called Fulani national links or contact, to sabotage Nnamdi Kanu continuation in DSS custody and detention, which has been condemned by every reasonable Nigerian. And this politician has continued to work against Nnamdi Kanu underground. Ojuso Kalu, as an illiterate as he is, a stupid idiot man, I can tell you very clearly. Yes, I say it with all sense of sincerity on the issue of this young man who has been kept illegally in the. You are saying you visited Nnamdi Kanu when he came back from Kenya. You visited when you advised him. You advised what? Are you not saying that over 1 million Igbos are being killed, farms are being destroyed by the Fulanis? As Nnamdi Kanu come out at every interview he granted, he made it very clear that IPOB, ESN is not an arm swing of the IPOB. ESN fundamentals and priority is to make sure that they checkmate anything that has to do with Fulani agenda. Ojuso Kalu, since ever I know you, unfortunately you have been compromised by whoever I don't want to know. You are from Abia State, the same state with Ojuso Kalu. What have you done? You should be sent to the gutters. I said it. Ojuso Kalu, be sent to the gutter on every co-travelers in the likes of Ojuso Kalu. I've not seen you condemn the Fulani killing in the eastern part of the country. I've never seen, or you are interested in how you are going to become governor, how you are going to romance with the Fulani agenda, how you are going to become Fulani president, how you are going to run. Are you not ashamed of yourself? What is that you are looking for? That over 1 million Igbos are dying on every day in their respective farms, in their respective kidnapping and all that. Families are being destroyed. There's total insecurity as a result of what you people brought to the entire eastern region. Ojuso Kalu, your defection to APC, Uzodinma and the rest of them, Umahi and the rest of them, opens the channel and the route of Fulani invasion in the eastern part of the country. But unfortunately, that is why Nnamdi Kanu have never refused any day, anytime to listen to people like you. When you were jailed, you were crying. When you wanted a baby, you were crying. Hey, they don't know where they were carrying you to. A whole lot of Kanu were shedding tears. But Nnamdi Kanu came to your rescue. They sent you, Buhari sent you to Klikli. Who came to your rescue apart from Nnamdi Kanu? Who called the global attention apart from Nnamdi Kanu? Then you have the effrontery, as funny as you are, to tell Nnamdi Kanu that you advised him. Then, in the absence of the ESN, what do you think that would have been the fate of the Igbo people by now? You brought these people and they are busy destroying the Eastern economy, and you are busy talking about Nnamdi Kanu. Well, it's a very clear, direct statement to you, whether you are a senator or not. That is absolutely not necessary at this point. You are as unpopular as an ant. An ant is even more popular than you. 85 million Igbos around the world can never be loyal to sellout and slavery like you. Nnamdi Kanu has become law and order in the entire Igbo land. And you, Nnamdi Kanu, you can never be a match. You are jealous and demonic. And I advise you to stop projecting what you don't know. Know it very clearly that Nnamdi Kanu is not responsible for any insecurity in Igbo land. The insecurity you are seeing today is being led by your likes. He made it very clearly. I do not see any reason why it is not even right, both national and international law guarantee that you defend yourself in the midst of adversary and ethnic extermination. And that's why Nnamdi Kanu established that. What you people do now is to gang up with the Fulani agenda, gang up with the terrorist army, gang up with the Nigerian army, gang up with the jihadists, gang up with the repentant Boko Haram, and you are now blaming it on IPOB. Unfortunately, we don't know you, Ojuzokala, and we can never know you. Those who died as a result of Fulani invasion can never know you. Those who defended the Igbo race can never know you. Those who spilled their blood in defense of the common man in Igbo land can never know you. The people that will know you are the likes of people who you are running with today. We know that the Fulani made you rich. It's not only you. I can count likes of you in that direction. And all you do is to worship them and bow them. The IPOB can never bow. And the reality of Biafra will stare you in the face. You never know what Nnamdi Kanu is made up of. You don't know what the supreme leader, the IPOB leader, is made up of. By the time you will know that that guy you are seeing has gathered momentum globally. And what is being discussed on the ground, you came out publicly, you are making noise that you have traveled to America, you have traveled all the nooks and crannies, that it's not possible. Who told you that? When they wanted to sentence you to jail, you were crying. Also, I saw you were crying, begging, where are you people taking me to? You were shedding tears. Nobody came for you. The Igbos have never soiled their hand, and you cannot be the person that will dictate. You are not qualified. I am not qualified, yes, I know, but I cannot stand the rubbish you are being enveloped with. You are advancing a spirit of Fulani in Igbo land, and it must be rejected.
To what extent can you describe the presence of ESN in the southeast? How does it threatening the politician in that area, and why are they kicking?
You can see almost all of them. I don't know the kind of evil spirit that have possessed them. Right from the governor of Konyiwala warned us about this Tukuma Soludo, who came out publicly to say Yenadua made me governor. You saw the man from Uhopu Zadima, that one too, he said Abakari made me governor. I don't understand. People enter Isukwata and open fire and kill thousands on the street of Imo State, and nobody's saying anything. Also, the man have never called for a press conference. He has never made any statement. Have never condemned anything in that regard. The presidency have never condemned anything. When it comes to destruction and destroying of the Igbo economy, nobody's saying anything about it. And why is it that we cannot decide now to say we are heading towards a particular direction of self-determination in the midst of all this suppression and oppression? Of a tribe that have never become president, of a tribe that have contributed their sweat to the development of Nigeria in all crannies. It's unfortunate, but I can tell you in honest truth, that time will judge. It is better safer dead.
Let's visit another controversial comment from current governor of Anambra, Soludo, where he said that about 98 or 99% of people that they arrest in the case that related to maybe a murder or kidnapping in that axis, that they were Igbos. How do you relate with that one as an Igbo man?
Yes, I can tell you very clearly. It's a very simple thing, and thank you for that question and for that, clear. And let me make it very without any reservation. This is an unbiased statement, and I must say it the way it is. I've looked at Soludo, when he was CBN governor. I think on next time, I didn't know that, he was just a cosmetic intellectual. And unfortunately, people looked at that level, and that was how he found himself in a position of the presidency. When they get to that level, because of where they are coming from, you do not expect them to protect Igbo interests. Then how come the whole entire eastern part of the country that are seeing extreme hate against the Igbos, not allowing seaports to be established in the eastern region, not allowing a working international airport to be established there? They were being exposed to mockery and targets of death on daily basis as a result of our republican and individual nature. But you can see, let me tell you this, governors, to be very clearly, what Soludo is trying to tell you is that he's already targeting the presidency. And this is what the paymasters want to hear. Because it's emboldening them, their foot soldiers, to continue to march in disguise. But look at it. The Igbo nation, the Igbo tribe, the Igbo race have the history of this. When did it come up? It came as a result of criminality. It was a calculated affair, agenda. When Nnamdi Kanu was arrested on rendition illegally from Kenya, we saw it very clearly. This is the only way, we will leverage on that, and they will cause. And that was why the same thing they saw, that Simon was trying to make sure that this thing does not get rooted, either by hook or crony. They still went to Finland and arranged. Under this present administration, Tinubu was a masterminder of what happened in Finland. And you are demanding for Igbos to vote for you. You are demanding that Igbos will continue to die under Fulani agenda. That is absolutely unbelievable, and it was resisted. Unfortunately, Soludo has continued to tell the line of their paymasters. That's what I can say. And there's nowhere in the history. There might be level of, how would I put it, some criminals in the Igbo land, but to the extent of, no, we don't. They are trying to turn that place to, Afghanistan, and I can tell you, the infiltration is ongoing and it's being championed. You can see what happened in Edo.
With that statement alone, you have exonerated Fulani. That is all the things
and that is the ambush we are seeing on daily basis now. And there's massive massacre, destabilization of the Igbo economy. Yes, because the leaders have said so. And what else? The whole blame now is centered on that. But they bring people who are repentant Boko Haram, who were trained in the Nigerian army and dumped to destabilize and cause insecurity in the eastern province and chase investors away. And look at it. Zenko is investing over 60,000 acres of land now in Lagos. Most of the Igbo big boys now are escaping. And they think it is not deliberate. Nobody to coordinate them. Nobody to build the consciousness. Tinubu is holding Samoneba. Buhari committed enormous crime.
And no governor is encouraging those boys to come and infest at home.
No, how? When you come, the Fulanis in disguise, I heard that most of them are even wearing hijab, and most of them are women. And what they speak is Hausa. And the police will just go and arrange one person and bring to Soludo. They say it's Igbo. We don't have that in our history. We don't have that in our lineage. Igbo is not known to be involved in any form of conquest. But they have introduced this thing, they have brought it, and they are now using the so-called leader. But unfortunately for them, those who are already breeding underground are the ones that will throw a revolution that will send them to hell. in no distant time. I can tell you that. What you are seeing, Nnamdi Kanu have rejected it, and there's no how ESN will be banned, because the banning of ESN, as Okala and the rest of them are championing, is to create more opening under APC led by Tinubu to allow a total, complete political conquest and an ethnic extermination of the Igbo people. And because you can see histories of how nations fall into Islamization. Go to Germany, go to Japan, go to some countries all over the world. They are complaining SMT. So it's a global agenda. And the only way we can stop this is the solidarity the world powers and leaders like the US and Israel is going to give Biafra in no distance time.
Thank you very much.